Parsons, PSN, it's on the New York. It's group rank 66, earnings per share ranks 91, composite rating 96, A plus accumulation and distribution, relative strengths 85, near new high grounds, clean and simple flat base is what we're after. Last quarter's earnings up 35%, last quarter sales up 35%. Key point, A plus accumulation distribution, composite rating 96. You can't get much better than that. Timeliness A. You can see the clean and simple base started to pick up. If this starts to take out the highs from Friday, that could be a new buy or an add-on. The high on this bar is $84.99. Potential entry, $85. NTNX is the next one. Here we go. Taking a look at this, and you can say, oh, that's a nice base right there. I have to agree, and yes, these are vetted. Okay, I've already gone through these thoroughly. NTNX, group ranks 66, earnings per share ranks 80, relative strength ranks 97, near new high grounds. B plus accumulation distribution, and again, composite rating, just to clarify, 89. I like that. You can see some accumulations coming into it. Relative strength, as I stated, is 97, near new high ground. It has rising earnings estimates. Timeliness is A. By the way, I'm not trying to sell you on the idea. I'm just pointing out the relevant data to help you all make good investing decisions. These are the kinds of things we do at Mission Winners. We don't just give ideas, all right? We want to explain why. That knowledge builds conviction. That conviction leads to better decision making and the ability to capitalize on bigger moves and let them work. So there's NTNX. Earnings per share ranks 80, as I said, and composite rating is 89. B plus accumulation distribution, relative strengths 97, new high ground. And I'll say this again, earnings up 77% last quarter. You can see the clean tops. What's it need to do? Needs to take out these tops with volume. That's what we're after. Here's the next one for us. This is a unique story. ALAB, ALAB. You can say, oh, what is this? It is a new issue. It hasn't been out that long. Earnings per share rank 67, but new issues may not have the best earnings per share rating, okay? Composite rating 75. Why? Well, it's in a newer group, okay? It's a newer issue. Here's the chart. See the volume? It's just resting here. Went up on heavy volume, pulled back on less volume. It has a composite rating of 75, as I stated. And by the way, folks, know this. It's a newer issue. That can lead to a lower composite rating. Timeliness is B. But here's the sweet part of this. Last quarter's earnings up 169%. Last quarter sales up 148%. We like to see that. So what are we looking for? This is an aggressive setup. I can't stress that enough, folks. This is not a clean and simple flat base. Be aware of that. But if this could start to take out the tops of this bar right here in a good market with volume, that could be a good buy. There we go. Do another one. Here's Dell. You can see the base right here. What are we looking for on Dell? Well, first off, it's basically like a max list stock. It's a go-to stock. We own this, just full disclosure, okay? Excuse me. Let's get it right. Down in here, look at the volume on that bar. This is a great lesson for everybody, and we teach this all the time. And by the way, as I stated, I was an IBD meetup co-leader and taught this for 12 years. And if I was really off base, they would have yanked my chain and said, you're all wrong on all this stuff. Clean and simple base, lifted across these tops with volume. Volume tells us, again, other people see what we see and they bought. Yes, did we buy? Yes. Then it runs up and then it pulls back. Volume's fairly low here. If this starts to lift off again in a good market, it could be a buy. Take out the highs of this bar, which would be 133, or you could be safer and take this out here at 136.20. You might strike some right there. It's a more aggressive setup, just pointing it out to you on what to look for. Continue onwards, AAON. I like the base here. Let me clean that up. And note the volume that came into this, going across these tops. What would we like to see? Well, we're going to show you the relevant data on this. Earnings per share ranks 96, composite ratings 98, B minus accumulation distribution, it's group 25, A-rated group. Last quarter's earnings up 19%, last quarter sales up 20%. Relative strength is 90, leading into new high ground. And do you see the volume that came into this on Friday? It started to lift off, okay? Could it come across these tops and continue onwards? Yes, it could. Where would be your entry? Well, the high on this bar is 89.99. Don't think you've got, oh, I got to round it up 10 cents. No, you don't. Just round it up to a decent round number. 90 bucks, $90 could be a buy. That's what we'd be looking for. And what will it need? Again, needs a good market with good volume. These are just some stocks to look at here. We'll just round this down here real quick and show you something. Netflix, starting to work. This is a max list stock. If this market heats up, I'm just throwing this one out to you. If this market heats up, this stock could start to go. It is a max list stock, as I said, close near the highs on a pickup in volume. Now, these are just some ideas. I'm not guaranteeing they're going to work. Nobody knows the future, but after looking at a lot of charts through the years, you develop an eye on what to look for to make money. And that is an edge at Mission Winners that we use. And does it work? Well, I'll tell you this. I'm going to go back and show you all something. And I'm not bragging here. I talked about this with the VIPs quite a few times, long before it broke out. I made videos on this saying, hey, watch NVIDIA. This is a max list stock. It's basing in here. If it takes out these clean tops here with volume, that could be a buy, all right? And it did with a volume pickup. Didn't close great on that bar, all right, as you can see. But then here, it followed through. Right in there. Look at the volume pickup on this bar. It's a valuable lesson. On this bar, volume is just average, right? Volume is the fuel that lifts the ship off the pad. Remember that. Volume means other people see what we see and they're buying. That's important to remember. Look at this bar right here. Was the volume that heavy? No. No, it wasn't. So then you wait and then you get the payday. Finally starts to push above the line. Look where it opened. It didn't gap up above the line. Starts to push above the line there. And look at the volume surge. You're off to the races. And again, there were buys in here. More than a couple buys all through here. And you ride it on up. Another point for all of you, and again, we teach this at Mission Winners. Ride trends, folks. I can't stress it enough. Let the stock work for you.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.